Hello, my friends, and welcome to another edition to Lefties Losing It. The first couple of clips that we have today are kind of setting the foundation, the premise of a call to action on social media, on TikTok in particular, for people to, how do I say, go after CEOs and other people of wealth and power, I guess, in the corporate world to kind of copycat what Luigi did. And I sincerely hope that if the FBI or the anybody associated with the FBI sees this video, uh, hopefully some action can be taken, because I think it's probably it's not a good thing. So anyways, let's get to it. Let's do it.
And it's hard to be an American when the leaders won't do shit. Oh, they yell and fight, suppress some rights at the hands of lobbyists, and it's all for profit. Name your price, politicians bought and paid. Oh, it ain't that hard to understand. The rich run the USA. Yeah, it's hard to be an American when the billionaires run free. And I can't ignore, it's harder for people who don't look like me. Yeah, it's time to wake up, pull the plug. Yeah, we're circling
Pull the
train. Oh, it ain't that hard to understand.
To understand.
The rich run the USA.
Now, I do give her, like, kudos for, I don't know if she's singing it or if she's just, I don't know what the deal is. Whoever's singing it, it's got a pretty nice voice. The lyrics are actually done very well, although the message is complete garbage. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, but job well done for presentation and, yeah. So this is kind of what I was talking about in the very beginning. This is kind of laying the foundation, the mind think of the people on the left. Like, I think, and I hope it's not the case that we don't see violence. I hope we don't see violence, more violence. But I'm really afraid that that's what it's going to be, because that's what they do. They love to riot for any reason.
The rich run the USA.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, I just watched a video.
So this is the one I was really talking about. This one's like scary. And the screen grabs that will be right after her. I hope someone in the FBI takes a look at it.
I'm not going to stitch or tag this girl because I don't want to get her shit taken down.
A revolution.
But she literally told the CEOs on site. On site.
Now, originally, I really wasn't. I didn't know what that meant. But I did a little bit of looking into it. And of course, on site means that they'll be, on site if one of these people sees one of these CEOs or whatever, which is such a vile message to begin with. So anyways,
y'all know what that means, but let's take it a step further.
I do
not
now.
Just CEOs. How about news anchors?
Right. These people are psychotic.
Billionaires, millionaires, pearl clutchers, bootlickers.
Okay, so let's take a look at this. So start with the entire Fox News building. Horrible. Calling for, death and destruction. And CNN and MSNBC. Okay, and then it says news anchors who knew they are. Okay, news, thank you. I can actually read English. News anchors who know they are spreading misinformation are a good candidate in my mind. I mean, these people are just sick. And then here's the other one. Damn, did I just hear the green light is on? I think Luigi gave the green light last week. LOL. Disgusting. That's what I've been saying. CEO, news anchors. That's the one that's kind of shocking to me, is news anchors and big media. Politicians Uber everyone who buys the laws by lobbying and those taking the bribes from companies. That is horrifying. And like I said before, I hope that, well, man, did I do that right? Okay. So here's I'm getting my setup all screwed up here. Here is the first one, or the second one. Let me just go back here and let me see if I can get the full second or first one. Okay, so that was the first one I read. So start with the tired news Fox News building. Okay, so you can read that, and I'll go to the other one.
Vote for Elon Musk.
Okay.
Was he on your ballot?
So, anyways, I kind of screwed that up. I'm I try to do everything live. I try not to jump cut or anything. So you will get mistakes here and there. So I apologize, but let's keep going. Anyways, those people are atrocious and they need to be looked at by FBI or somebody with alphabets in their title. So
Ballot when you went to vote in November? I don't recall seeing Elon Musk on my ballot, but it sure seems like if he's not the vice president, he's at least the co-president.
Oh,
and I guess when you have that much money, it's like, what do I buy? Political leaders, the United States presidency. This is a man who wasn't born in this country, but is basically acting as the president at this point.
How is he acting as a president at this point? That is so stupid. I mean, this is the new gaslighting that they're going to try to pull over the people's eyes. And of course, the left are going to fall for it right away and start picking it up as a talking point. But they're going to say that Elon Musk is the vice president, or Elon Musk is the president and Trump is the vice president. And it's so stupid.
He is going to be heading up Doge, so he's going to be deciding what American agencies lose money and what agencies get cut.
It's about time.
He is being floated as the potential Speaker of the House, and he's also the one that helped push for the government shutdown. He did not want basically this continuation to go until March so that the government could be funded until then. He's pushing for the government to be shut down.
He is not pushing for the government to be shut down. He is trying to actually do his job before he is officially in his job. There is so much bloat and pork and absolutely absurd misspending of our taxpayer money in that bill that was proposed. And I'm glad they shut it down. We're actually going to be hearing from Jesse Waters a little bit more about what was in the bill. So stay tuned.
Why is this man calling the shots as if anyone picked him? He has no power. Donald Trump hasn't even taken over the presidency, so he has even less power. So this is what Elon Musk is doing now, and the type of influence he is putting into the country right now and onto the presidency of Donald Trump. Can you imagine when this thing actually kicks off with Trump taking the office in January?
Awesome.
I mean, will Elon Musk have accumulated so much power that he won't be able to be gotten rid of? I mean, what does that mean? Truly remarkable, and this is what shows you that
it is remarkable.
Money is king. Money will get you anything and get you away with anything in this country. The man owns rockets. He owns a social media platform that put out so much misinformation over this presidential cycle. And
like what?
Now he's going to be potentially Speaker of the House, or at worst, in charge of government efficiency and cutting billions and billions of dollars from people who need it.
From people who need it. You know, if that proposal, which was 1,500 pages, in context, the Bible is only 1,200 pages. So put that in your pipe, I guess. for what it's worth. But yeah, and the worst part about it is these lawmakers only had 24 hours to read that whole entire thing. So come on. But yeah, it's it's anyways.
Like, I don't remember voting for this man, but yet somehow he is acting like we picked him as our next president. This is highly concerning. No. Am I the only one that's concerned by this? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know.
I don't know. I just feel like yapping today, but why haven't y'all told Elon Musk to go back to Africa?
Why do these liberal women always have to have these huge, gigantic glasses that make them look ridiculous? I don't understand it. They have this like certain look to them. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I'm just curious, because he's African. Why haven't y'all told him to go back to Africa?
Why would we even need to ask him to go back to Africa? That doesn't make any sense. What laws has he broken? Is he like some kind of maniac that we don't know about? Is he some kind of psycho killer that we haven't discovered yet? I mean, is he trying to cause insurrection or like treason or like what has he done to warrant being forced back to Africa? These people, they make absolutely no sense. They just throw their stupidity out there.
So y'all,
yeah.
President-elect Elon Musk, also known as First Bro.
Okay, I don't know who Elania is. Is that like a morph between Elon and Melania? Like, are they? I think she's confused.
Decided that he didn't want all of this pork.
Yeah, well,
in a continuing resolution to keep the government funded, so that we could all have a nice Christmas and a nice New Year's.
And why was there all this pork? I mean, look, this is the nefarious thing about these bills, is that they have something like, let's take, for instance, the people that really desperately still need help that were just obliterated by the last round of hurricanes. So they designate money for those people, which is the right thing to do. But then they start layering all of these other absolutely asinine, stupid things to pay for in the same bill, so that what happens is the bill doesn't get passed. The people that need the money don't get it. They need to just like make a bill for the people, pass it. The people that need help in North Carolina and wherever, pass that, boom, done. Then start farting around with all that other garbage and stuff, you know, getting a little bit of cheddar for your constituents and here and there, and stupid projects, a few million here and there. Then start screwing around with that. But let's take care of our people. That's why we pay taxes. That's why the government exists in the first place. So
here's some of the things that Elania, President-elect Elania, decided.
She thinks she's so funny
in this country. But keep in mind, this is the richest man on the planet.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
And he's earned it.
He didn't want $190 million in research for pediatric cancer.
Yes, that's exactly what he doesn't want.
He didn't want the government to be funding research for people with Down syndrome.
Right, because he hates people with Down syndrome. Just hates
He's
them.
against funding programs for early detection of breast cancer and cervical cancer.
Oh, well, who likes cervical? No,
he said poo-poo to money set aside for treatment for people with sickle cell anemia.
Oh, it's probably because he's totally racist, right? I mean, that could be the only reason. Of course, this is the thing. This is what I'm talking about. All these things that she just mentioned, I don't know if they're in there. I guess they're in there. But they're wrapped around other things, other bloat and pork that shouldn't be in the bill. It gets rejected, and then all this money that should go to this research gets wiped completely. You know, they F around, and then look, Trump, he's the new sheriff in town, and he's bringing in his deputies, and they are going to be cleaning house and making things way more efficient. And hopefully they can just make these bills that just pay for the things that need to be done, and then they can fart around with everything else. It makes me so mad.
He don't want no money going into research.
Yeah.
To explain.
Okay.
Premature labor. Premature labor.
Okay, and what research? I mean, I don't know. Like, hasn't there already been research on premature labor? Like, is that a huge thing in the country?
I don't want that.
I don't know. I don't know.
And the best one, that he doesn't want money going into a bill that would work with anti-deep state, deep fake pornography.
Oh, because he loves that deep fake, deep state. That doesn't make sense. But the deep fake pornography, oh boy. I'm sure Elon is just loves it. that's why he banned. That's the true reason why he banned the bill.
He's like, no, we want that. We want that pornography. Leave it. Gotta have it. It's the only way Trump can get it up.
That is vile, lady. That's really vile. Then don't. It's frustrating. Okay.
So President-elect Elon Musk has decided that we don't give a shit about children, women,
don't care,
people of color.
Heck
we
no.
Don't care.
Heck no.
And it's really not surprising that people with such low moral character would be against all these kinds of things, because that's how they are. Alania.
It's not Alania. What the freak are you talking about? It's so stupid. All right, I believe Jesse Waters is going to shed a little bit of light on what's in this bill and a few other things.
He's the president-elect.
No, he's not.
Congress just got caught trying to put $100 billion on our credit card. How long does $100 billion last? Probably all year, right? No, 2.5 months. And then they do it all again. Look at this. Look how many pages this is. It's 1,500 pages.
That is the bill that they just rejected. Look at that. And lawmakers only had 1 day, 24 hours to read and comprehend that whole entire thing, to see what was good and what was bad in it, and then vote on it. That is absolutely ridiculous. I thought they had passed some law or something that they had to have like 3 or 4 days or something to be able to digest the bill a little bit more, these bills. This is no more. This cannot keep happening.
They released it last night. We're supposed to read it and vote on it today. But no one read it except us. They tried to write into law that no one's allowed to look at Congress's emails. So if I get a subpoena, you get a subpoena, we have to hand our emails over. But Congress, if they get a subpoena, they don't have to. So if Trump wants to investigate the January 6th committee to find out what happened, you can't see the politicians' emails. If Nancy's texting Paulie P. about investment opportunities, no one's allowed to see it. Congress just tried to write a law that puts them above the law. I thought no one was above the law. Didn't they say that all last year?
Yeah, except for Hunter. He's clearly not above the law. He just gets pardoned for everything that he did, and will ever do, apparently.
Congress is also funding a censorship program. They're giving money to the State Department to censor things that they don't like online. We're funding Congress to take away our free speech. And remember, vax mandates. They're back. Gosh. Congress is funding more vax mandates, for the next pandemic.
What? Why? Did we not learn anything? Keeping everybody inside and wearing masks and stuff does not work. It doesn't work. It's better just to let everybody get sick that's going to get sick and let it run wild like a forest fire. Let it just spread. And then as everybody gets it, then they get the immune. They're now immune to it. Their bodies naturally, can fight it off. And then everybody starts to have that ability, and then it starts to tamp down, Ay.
This section of the bill is called Pandemic Preparedness. Gain of function, the risky experiments that flew out of Wuhan and killed 1 million of us. Congress is trying to fund gain of function research.
I thought they made that illegal to study gain of function. That is scary.
Again.
Johnson & Johnson is adding cancer-causing carcinogens to their sunscreens? That doesn't make any sense. Or does it? Let's take a look. Directly from the J&J website, they are doing a voluntary recall of Neutrogena and Aveeno sunscreen products due to the presence of benzene. According to the CDC, it is a chemical that is colorless, odorless, and highly flammable. What is it used to make? Lubricants, rubbers, dyes, detergents, drugs, and pesticides. And according to the American Cancer Society, benzene is known to cause cancer, specifically leukemia and other cancers of blood. So, Johnny boy, why are you adding it to our sunscreens? Well, if you look at their revenues, they have $81.6 billion in revenue, and only $14 billion of that is from consumer-facing products like Neutrogena and Aveeno. But the rest of all of this is from their pharmaceuticals and medical devices. And apparently, their growth is primarily led by its pharmaceutical business, specifically their sales of Imbruvica and Darzalex. But what does Imbruvica do? You guessed it. Treats leukemia.
What? So they're putting stuff in their sunscreen that causes leukemia, and then they turn right around and sell drugs, which are their biggest sellers, and they're the biggest division of their pie that they get every year. That section provides the treatment for leukemia? Oh, come on now. That has got to be illegal, right? Right? Am I wrong? Or is it illegal? I don't know. Like, somebody needs to look into this. This is... And that cannot be just a one-off, right? Johnson & Johnson probably does it with other things in their list of products and services, and other companies must be doing the same thing. That is terrifying.
Weird. That's suspicious.
Her fourth trans character.
Last night, we read Time magazine where Caitlin Clark was named Athlete of the Year. Why couldn't they have put the whole WNBA on that cover and said the WNBA
Why? That's absurd.
Is the League of the Year because of all the talent that we have?
Would you guys?
That is so stupid. That's legitimately retarded. If they named Michael Jordan Athlete of the Year, do you think anybody would be like, well, why don't they name the whole entire NBA as League of the Year because of all of the talent? Give me a break. She was named Athlete of the Year because she is the best college, or she's not a college, but WNBA professional women's basketball player. That she is the Michael Jordan of women's basketball, okay? And she's changing everything for the better. But man, there's such resistance in letting her do that. It's mind-boggling that they don't allow her to succeed.
I'd rather go to jail for the rest of your life or be conservative.
Go to jail.
Go to jail?
Yeah.
Die.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Die.
Die.
Why are you guys so firm in that you won't be a conservative?
I watched Orange is the New Black, so jail sounds pretty cool.
Oh, brother.
I'm very informed about about both the prison system and our political system as a whole. It doesn't support people like me or the people who I care about.
Look at those two little kids up there. That's disgusting. That is grooming right there. To allow those two little kids to be at this parade or whatever the freak this freak show is. That is horrible. The parents of those two kids should be ashamed of themselves.
And that's why I'm so firmly against conservatism in its whole, as well as the prison system, as it does kill irregularly. It ends the lives of trans people and people who are queer much higher than they do any other race.
Okay. Yep. And what about
you? Wait, did he just call trans people a race? Is that?
You.
For me personally, I grew up in a very conservative household, and my beliefs do not align with a lot of their social, political beliefs.
Okay, so you guys would rather go to jail, and you would rather die.
I'd rather die.
Yeah. If it was between death, I would die before being conservative. I can do that, yeah.
This is utter brainwashing. I'm sorry. This is like mental issues. They have problems. I'm sorry.
All right, thank you guys. Would you rather go to jail for the rest of your life or become a conservative?
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
You know, jail sounds really awful.
Yeah, it is.
So
I would imagine.
I'm gonna have to go with conservative on that one, just to keep it. Just to be fair.
Okay.
Just to that makes sense.
Yeah.
Jail for the rest of your life is kind of insane.
But you would have to be a conservative for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Horrifying.
That's so shady. I'm gonna go with jail. Let's go with jail.
Okay. You would rather go to jail?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with jail on this one.
And why is that?
You know, they'll take care of my teeth 3 meals a day. Being a conservative isn't gonna feed me, and you know, they're not gonna keep me housed at night. I don't know, child.
Okay. Hey, next question for you. Yesterday I was asking people, would you sign a petition to send conservatives to camps?
Brother.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
No.
Well, good for him.
And why not?
Well, first of all, camp has like a really weird connotation to it. So we don't do any sort of, unless it's band camp, I can't condone any sort of camp.
Fair enough. You sound pretty rational.
Oh yeah, right. Thank you.
A lot of people have said they will.
Well, hats off to those people.
Sorry, I can't give you a ride. You voted for Trump. Sorry, I can't help you with that. You voted for Trump. No, I'm not going to make you food. I know you're sick. You voted for Trump. Oh, you broke your knee again? You voted for Trump. You need a ride to the dentist because your husband doesn't care enough about you to take you to the dentist, so you expect your child to.
It's very
you both
specific.
voted for Trump.
She is a horrible person. And that last example is very specific. I wonder if there's any kind of like projection going on here. Oh my gosh, lady. You are horrible. I'm shocked that there is no nose ring visible in this young lady. Man, they really do have a sickness. Ugh.
Oh, you're getting older and you're going to need someone to take care of you? Sucks that you voted for Trump, lady.
So she's going to be like holding people for their vote for Trump, hold it against them for the rest of their lives. What happens when you start getting older? Or what happens when you start like you need help to go to the hospital or something like that? Oh, well, you've voted for Kamala, so screw you. Good luck with that cancer or whatever. It's like, jeez. These people are just kind of evil. Sorry to say it.
I'm done. I'm not pouring from an empty cup. Go fuck yourself.
What motivated you to come out here today?
We're supporting our child, Violet, and her access to the medical care that she needs.
Great.
Yeah, we're here for her rights and her ability to be who she is. And she's not going to let anybody silence her, and we're not going to stand in her way.
What state are you from?
Arizona.
Okay. Are you concerned about how this case would affect Arizona, or do you think that would have an impact there?
Yes, 100% we're concerned, and We've discussed having to move, which we don't want to do, but Violet comes first, and her medical care and her medical needs come first. So we'll see what happens.
And
really
what
knows
age
she
do you think
belongs.
most trans kids determine that they're trans?
This will be interesting.
Violet told us when she was 1.5.
1.5? Wait a minute. Kids can barely start talking at 1.5. Do you think like one of the first sentences out of that child's mouth was, "Mommy, I'm trans"? Come on, that's just utter nonsense. Utter nonsense. You're retarded, lady. You're a horrible, horrible mother. I'm sorry. And you as a dad, although you're not in the frame right now. Horrible, horrible parents.
She's been telling us since she could speak. So
I'm sure she has.
She knew since birth.
Oh my gosh, this is lunacy. Absolute lunacy. From birth. Give me a break.
Which pride event, and these are the people. Don't touch my hat. This is Satan himself, I think is what he identifies as.
Satanist LGBT pride. Well, that kind of
there are
tracks, I guess.
There are numerous mental illnesses being represented by these dozen people here.
This lady, though, she doesn't really come across as being. She's the vibe I'm getting. Man, I hate that word now, but it's kind of mean. She seems like kind of a mean person. I don't know. I mean, I see what she's doing here, but is it just me? Comments down below, please. Let me know. Doesn't look like a very big event. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, look at how small they are.
You can't.
Wow, they're just like totally. It's like the Secret Service for kids to get them into the trans show or whatever they're doing. What is this? Going into an all ages pride drag show. Okay, so it's a drag show. Forgive me, it's not a trans show. I was close. It's still Man, y'all means all? What? That's so sick. Is this grooming? Is this a form of grooming? Bringing kids in to I mean, I couldn't imagine. I don't know if this is like being in a bar or something, but like as a young kid, I first of all, I couldn't go into a bar. I would be kicked out. And if I tried to get into like, I don't know, some kind of strip club or something, I would definitely I wouldn't even be able to get into the door as a kid. And they're just walking these little kids. That one kid looked like he was maybe like 5 or something, 4. Like he's not even comprehending what is going on. It's just like going into a subconscious, right? This is definitely grooming. This is pretty gross. Yeah, there's a difference between trans rights, I guess, and bringing kids to a drag show. You know, if you want to be gay or trans or I don't know, a dog or whatever you want to be, and you're doing it in your own private space, in your bedroom or whatever, in your house, I don't care. And I think most Americans would feel the exact same way. They don't care. But don't start coming for our kids, okay? Don't start pushing your agenda down everybody else's throats. I think that's where the big problem has started. You know, I think... Anyways, okay, let's go. I'm talking too much.
Most people ask questions about problems that they have in their life, and I try to point them in the right direction.
That's not a lawyer, that's a therapist. So as a lawyer, what makes you more qualified to provide better advice than
Shampoo has instructions.
Law school.
Huh?
Law school?
Okay, so like how? Like what about law school?
I mean, like, that's a really loaded question. It's like asking an engineer, what makes you better at being an engineer than just someone off the street that went to
what if you
high
ask
school?
like an emotional question? Does law school make you like more qualified to answer that kind of question?
Why would you ask a lawyer an emotional question? This lady is stupid. I was going to say retarded. Maybe she is. I don't know.
That's not what we do. These are legal questions. We let...
You didn't clarify. You said legal problems. What if I'm a lawyer?
So, I mean, I don't mean to be rude, right? But it's kind of implied that if you're asking a lawyer, you're asking them a legal question. You don't call your podiatrist and ask them about your taxes, do you?
No, I just asked you. I was like, what do you do? You said answer people's questions with problems. So that could
correct. Most people have like problems. They don't know where to start. So I don't need to specify legal problems. It's implied with the word lawyer.
Implied.
Where'd you go to law school?
I went to Jones School of Law.
Women.
I'm a transgender, non-binary, pansexual 12-year-old from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I use he, they pronouns.
Oh boy, good for you.
To the chair and the committee, I am here to speak to you today about the rise of violence
11?
towards the two SLGBTQIA+ communities across Canada.
That was a long title.
It is draining. Draining because politicians are using queries as pawns, resulting in...
You don't even know what draining means yet, kid. Life hasn't even begun to, like, wear you down. Come on.
A rise of hate and violence. Draining because this makes every day more stressful and looking towards my future, not a thought I want to think about. Draining because we are constantly forced to rise up. Why is our leadership allowing this to happen?
Let me drain your nuts. Can I drain your nuts?
What?
I'm on the phone. Excuse me.
I'm on the phone? Okay. I don't think you were on the phone, lady. You're being disgusting.
I do have, you have tequila, the little bottle tequila?
This is social media content for you. Going up to an old man, saying something disgusting and perverse, being disrespectful, filming it, then posting it online to try and make him look like a fool.
Right.
Seriously? An old man, by the way, who is more than likely a retired first responder that would have risked his life to save you and your family.
And regardless, you need to respect your elders. I mean, come on. You don't treat older people like that.
Yet you think this is okay to do to him. And all for what? Some likes and attention on social media.
Yep.
Shame on you and every single person that liked this video. You know, one day you're going to do this to the wrong person or the wrong person's family. And you're not going to like what happens to you next. You need to do better. Mind your own business.
It's not correct that there is such a thing as biological sex, and I'm a historian of medicine. I can unpack that for you.
What's an historian in medicine? What does that do? How do you get that title?
At great length if you want, but in the interest of time, I won't.
You've heard what the professor has to say. What's your response?
Well, I don't understand what the claim that there's no such thing as biological sex means, and I certainly think it's, let's call it an error, to suggest that there's some sort of scientific consensus about that.
I don't agree with why Dr. Peterson has been asked to stop abusing students on campus.
To stop doing what?
Abusing students.
I see.
And are you prepared to suffer the consequences that society may deem you need to suffer because of your views?
Oh, Canada. Oh man, they are so like borderline socialist right now. It's not even funny.
Yes, I'm prepared to do that. If they find me, I won't pay it. If they put me in jail, I'll go on a hunger strike.
Good for him.
I'm not doing this.
And he didn't.
I'm not using the words that other people require me to use, especially if they're made up by radical left-wing idiots.
Who are you talking to, bro?
Bro?
Who are you talking to?
Bro? Come on, bro.
You want to see some shit on you? You want to see some shit on you?
You want to touch me, right?
You want to see some
You
shit
want
on
to touch me? Who's touching me? He's trying to touch me. He's trying to touch me. What's your license plate?
Touch
Let
me.
see this.
What are you, 4 years old? 5? Like, stop touching me. He's not even touching you, actually. But when you're in the backseat with your sister or brother and you're like doing where you're almost touching him. Like, stop touching me. It's like, dude, I'm not even touching you. This lady is ridiculous. I'm going to get your license plate.
So now I got...
So basically, she... she lets her dog crap on the sidewalk, which is not right. I mean, it's not like against the law or anything, but it's just not the right thing to do. You need to pick it up. And so obviously she didn't. So he did, calls her out on it, and then she plays the victim card, right? Like, that doesn't... These people are insane.
Goodbye, Donald Trump. We're finally moving to Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you guys are actually doing it this time. Sick. Well, welcome to Canada, where the average house takes 3 times as long to afford versus America, where the unemployment rate is 50% higher than America's, where you can't legally own a handgun, but where you can legally get an abortion.
Well, then in that case, thumbs up to Canada all day long.
Is if you can deal with the 6 months it takes to see a doctor. We're probably going to end up electing a conservative to run our country anyways in the next year. And
yeah, that is actually, it looks like that's where they're going, because Trudeau is, I don't think he has very much longer in that position, with especially with Trump kind of making fun of him, you know, calling him the next the governor of Canada, and Canada becoming the 51st state. Trump is like the best troller ever.
And where we somehow got conned into paying a carbon tax, even though our trees absorb 110% of our carbon emissions on average.
Yeah, it's because your leaders are morons.
Every single year. Yeah. But hey, at least we've got Tim Hortons, poutine, and way less Florida.
Hey, Tim Hortons is pretty dang good, though. I mean, I have to admit, some seriously good donuts.
Wait a damn minute.
So she's under the impression, I guess, that women still make less than men.
Hi, I'm Professor Will Wiedenheft, they them pronouns. I'm the owner and head coach here at Misfit Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Northfield, Minnesota.
Oh my gosh.
I struggle with several chronic health issues, including, but not limited to, chronic pain, chronic fatigue, hypermobile joints, anxiety, and depression.
Do you struggle with getting students to come into your dojo? Because I'm telling you, if I walked into that dojo looking for training and I saw him and those flags, I would do a quick 180 and get the heck out of there as fast as I could.
I'm also queer, trans, and neurodivergent.
Oh, the neurodivergent. Yes, that's a whole new terminology they're coming up with, I believe, for people that are on the spectrum, right? That are little, yeah, anyways. Okay, wow. He's got a lot of things stacking up.
I absolutely love teaching Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I truly think that's why I'm here on this earth. Okay. And I consider it just the highest honor to be able to teach other people who struggle with some of the same things that I do. So if you identify with any one of those things I mentioned, or if you feel like you don't fit in for any other reason, then I created this gym for you. Come check it out. So this Saturday, September 14th at 10 a.m., we're having an open class where the community is invited to come watch a class and ask all your burning questions. Details on the Facebook event. Hope to see you there.
Yeah, you know, I mean, would you honestly feel comfortable sending your kid to a class like this? I mean, because like if you're learning martial arts, you know, there's going to be physical contact and stuff. And I'm not saying this guy is going to be like inappropriately touching anybody or anything like that, but you know, it's like, I don't know. It's like going back to the whole grooming thing. It makes me uncomfortable, you know, because you know that some of his ideology is and thoughts and beliefs are obviously going to be spilling out during class as he's teaching, and that's not what you want your kid to be hearing. This gay man with Alzheimer's forgets he's gay and then turns straight. What does that say?
Why are you in a relationship?
I don't know what that has to do with the comp.
Because I'm trying to get somewhere, but I'm trying to remember, but I'm trying to remember what I'm trying to get.
If you don't know where you're trying to get, how am I supposed to know where you're trying to get?
That's what men do. This thing you just did, you just psychologically changed everything.
I'm not a mind reader.
What?
Am I supposed to be psychic here?
I don't know.
Women.
Hello. I'm going to use this comment to talk about not just pronouns, but also gender and kind of updating people with that sort of stuff, because I haven't been on here in like 2 fucking years.
Oh,
so the pronouns that I use right now
You have to drop
are
that
he, him.
F-bomb.
Sometimes I'm okay with they, them. I don't mind being they, them, but I do prefer he, him pronouns for now. My gender is a little bit more difficult because the only way I can explain it is like, if queer people were to come up to me and be like, hey, what's your gender?
Yeah.
I would say I'm a person who uses he, him pronouns. If I were approached by someone who I didn't know if they were okay with gay people, I would tell them that I'm a man. For most part, I dress pretty masculine. This is like a new development that I like to dress this way. So I'm still figuring things out. But yeah, my name is Jackson. I use he, him pronouns. Sometimes I dress like a sewer rat, and other times I dress like this.
So, like, this whole convoluted thing that you're doing here is to just tell us that you're a man, which we knew that from the first 2 seconds you showed up on this clip. You didn't have to ramble on, my friend. It was pretty obvious to everybody.
So, yeah.
People keep telling me that I'm a fake woman because I'm transgender. Bro, look at these brownies that I made. I spent all day in the kitchen today
like
waiting
you
for my
burned
partner
them.
to get home so I could present them with a tray of brownies. You think that I'm a fake woman? This is as womanly as it gets. I sit down when I pee. I wear dresses. And I love the colors purple and pink. And you think that I'm a man? I sleep with stuffed animals. Of course I'm a woman. Only girls are allowed to do that. Oh no, I obsess every day about what outfit I'm gonna wear. I'm so girly. There's so many clothes in my closet. Look how full my closet is. I just be shopping and being bisexual and I eat hot chips.
Not that full.
And I lie all the time. I'm everything
Is that what you think a woman is?
with zero exceptions in this world. Obviously, I'm a real woman, even though I'm transgender, because I love the kitchen and I love men and I love shopping for clothes and being on my phone. Gosh, I love being on my phone.
So, so that dude's claiming to be a woman, but he's basically mansplaining being a woman to women. To anybody who's listening. Oh my gosh, that is just crazy.
Of course it was a goddamn boomer that turned him in.
What are you talking about?
Why? Because the boomers have this thing where it's, oh, he's a bad guy. He unalived somebody, so he needs to go away.
Who are you
Not
talking?
wanting to figure out why he unalived him, or, you know, the reasoning behind, no, just pew pew.
Is he talking? Is she talking about Luigi? Is that who she's talking about? I'm not sure who she's talking about.
Dead person, he bad, put him in jail. Not looking at the intricacies of everything, just basic bullshit.
Yeah, you put a bullet in somebody and they die, you go to jail. Doesn't matter the reason why you put the bullet in there. I don't know what she's talking about. You're going to jail. Plain and simple.
That's probably what it was, because that's all I see from this, with her turning him in. Oh, and by the way, she's a Karen. Her name is actually Karen.
Oh, that's so funny. I don't know.
Fucking figures, a boomer fucking Karen. A boomer Karen. I mean, because that's the problem with boomers.
Yeah.
They see things as, like, how do I describe this? They see you a square.
Okay.
Where younger generations like us.
Younger generations? You gotta be like 60-something years old, lady. What are you talking about, younger?
See a cube with 6 sides, and there's like all different intricacies. I can't even say it. My mouth don't want to work right.
That's because you got to put your your gums back in so you can speak properly.
But intricacies, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we know what you're trying to say.
And there's like little bits and tiny, it's not that simple.
Okay.
See, boomers see things as simple. That 1
what?
plus 1.
Wait, Wait, you just said that boomers see it as very complex. Like, you see it as just what?
Equals 2.
Huh? Okay, yeah.
Let me put it a different way. 5 plus 5 equals 10.
Okay, yeah.
As we see it.
Yeah, I'm tracking.
It's 1 plus 1 equals 2. And then you take that 2 and you add it to 3, which equals 5. And you got all the little intricacies.
Wow, that's lunacy. Nobody says, well, I guess maybe the way they're currently teaching math, but nobody would be like, okay, to get to 10, you have to take 2 plus 3, and that equals 5, and then you have to do another 3 plus another 2, and that equals another 5, and then that equals 10. But then you have to minus 5, which equals 5, and then add 15, and that, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's making it way more complicated than it is.
There's not, it isn't plain and simple. It isn't just, oh, he pew-pewed a dude, so he goes to jail.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it works, lady. You pew-pew somebody and you go to jail, okay?
Find out why.
Who cares?
Learn.
Well, I mean, yes, you do want to learn why, so you can maybe try to stop the next person from pew-pewing somebody, maybe in this similar situation, but...
Things aren't that goddamn simple.
Yeah.
If you ain't at Starbucks using your EBT card, then where you at?
Just made it home from working all day, so I can pay taxes to help you pay for that.
Get a job!
I don't even know why I panicked so hard.
It's okay.
It's just hair.
I mean, no,
what?
It's not. Are you ready?
What do you mean it's not?
Can I cry about it first?
What?
Stop being a bitch and come on!
Totally.
What?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you feeling good about it?
Why is she crying?
I'm trusting the process.
It's just a haircut. Like, has she ever gotten a haircut before in her whole entire life? My goodness, I know 4-year-olds that take haircuts better than this chick. My gosh. I mean, is she about to get it all shaved off or something? For like the 4B movement? Or this doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'm sorry. There are so many weak people in our country right now. And thank goodness they're mostly on the left.
Okay, you ready?
I know if I leave with the same haircut I've had, I'm going to be disappointed in myself. And it's like time to do something new.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
Everything's
gosh.
fine. We're all fine.
We're all doing great.
We're all doing great. Everything's fine.
You can cry the whole time. It's okay.
Thank you.
I won't take offense.
Unbelievable.
They wanted me to step on the scale.
Yeah. Okay.
This is not American. Not American.
What? Why is that not American? I mean, I'm not exactly sure what was going on there. I guess whatever, it doesn't matter. But like, you know, when I was like over 300 pounds, me and my wife were looking to get a new ladder. And so I'm like looking, you know, at Home Depot or whatever. And it's like, you know, I'm looking at the stats and reading about the specs of the ladder. And there are a whole lot of these ladders that were very good ladders, but the suggested weight was only like 250. So I was like, that kind of, you know, cuts me out of the running because I don't want to unsafely. I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't buckle on me, but you never know. You know what I mean? So like, did I sit there and promptly get on the internet and write a letter to the president of Home Depot to be like, how dare you have provide a ladder that doesn't allow my fat butt to get up it safely? No, I did not. And that's the normal thing to do. If you really need a ladder, then you find one that accommodates the load that is going to be going up and down it, plain and simple. Anyways, listen, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I really appreciate everybody that gives me some of their time out of their busy days. Your time is precious, so thank you very much. And until the next video, stay safe and know that you are loved and you are appreciated. Okay, have a good day. Bye.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.